Let's talk Black knowledge.
You have the training and the talent to succeed, but do you have the guts to fail?
I love what I do. When you love what you do, you want to be the best at it.
Today is about the power of you. You will change the world.
Calling all knowledge seekers around the world. It's time to build a community of leadership, ideation, and insight to become a successful entrepreneur.
When you see men fall, don't laugh, learn.
This is Let's Talk Black Knowledge with Jasper Balaam, dropping these knowledge bombs.
What's up, Kat?
What up,
Kat?
What up, though? What's
Welcome to Let's Talk Black Knowledge.
Man, appreciate you, bro.
I'm Jasper, I'm your host. I'm here with my boy DJ Kat. I finally got you here. You started me off with episode 1, man.
Hey, man, I've been busy, bro. In these streets.
Okay,
these
well,
streets.
Let's go ahead and get into it. What's been on your mind lately? Let's start off. What's been on your mind, man?
Life, bro. Right now, life, dealing with family at home.
Okay.
Here and abroad.
What you mean here?
Here, my wife here,
Okay.
my son here. We got family here, and then they got family abroad.
Just for the people who don't know, we located in
Medellin, Colombia.
Man.
Yeah,
How long you
man.
been out here now?
Man, about 3.5 years.
Yeah.
I would say a little longer because I've been coming here since 2017. So
Yeah.
it's been a little while.
I've been here 5 years, so it's the thing's been doing good. We've been building everything.
So what it's like, being here 5 years, mine, I'm in and out. You here.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I had said before, in previous conversations.
Yeah.
It's peace of mind here, man.
Sure.
I really wanted to get out of the United States, or what we like to call the Matrix. But when I came to
What we
Colombia,
like to call, you mean what it is?
yeah, and we'll get into that later. But
I'm Neo.
yeah, right. We both Neo.
Sure.
But we the thing is, I found peace of mind in Colombia, bro.
Yeah. So,
Now, obviously, I've met my beautiful Afro-Colombian wife. Shout out Afriquita Love. Got to shout her out.
yes, sir.
But let's go ahead and get into it. I really want to talk about let's talk about the current United States real quick.
Okay.
Do you think for us as Black people,
Right.
do you think things are getting better or getting worse?
It's kind of hard to tell right now. For me, I would say, because right now they're only attacking people that are immigrants. Like people that I know. Nobody really is saying that. People in my direct circle, like your family, your friends, nobody's saying that they're having any issues. It's only immigrants and other people that are getting nervous.
Yeah.
From what I see and from what I'm experiencing.
Yeah.
I haven't had anyone say, man, it's getting crazy for us being here.
Yeah.
I just heard that financially it's hard, or job-wise it's hard. Being able to feed your family good food, that's hard.
Yeah, I went to the United States like a week ago, and I will say that the one thing that I noticed, like you said, I ain't see no ICE agents or anything. Shout out, we both Georgia boys,
Right, 100%.
But I didn't really see that at the airport or anything. But I will say the only thing that I really noticed was that the food was expensive.
Yeah,
and even the restaurants, it was kind of
right.
The price was a little bit higher.
Right. I've even heard some people that I do know that have restaurants or businesses that had to shut down because they couldn't afford it.
Oh, yeah. Somebody wasn't making a profit, basically.
Yeah, they weren't making a profit. Yeah.
Wow.
Shout out to the donut lady, you know what I'm saying? And then shout out to Shawnee's Goodies.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? She had a nice little vegan restaurant that she had to shut down. Now she's back at the farmer's market. So that's like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I want to say this, man. Do you ever just think back and just be like, damn, bro, we just been through a lot. Like, as a people, like if you look at right now, like I really don't think that the current administration is even helping Black liberation or Black unity or anything like you just mentioned. It's more focused on immigrants, immigration, and I'm like even thinking, even the last presidency, and now what are Black people getting? Like, what are we getting out of this?
I don't think we ever getting, but.
Any laws? Any regulations? Like, what do we?
I mean, because, we had that period where they would tell us to vote and the reason why we should vote. They was like, you need to vote because, in fact, our ancestors did this and the third, and so it's your right, and you need to do it because if you don't do it, you'll lose it. But it's like, okay, you did it. Now you did it. What you getting out of it?
Yeah, I mean, me myself, I call them Democrats and Republicans anyways. But we'll get into that at a later date. I'm not trying to make this political.
Yeah, we definitely not.
But you're not trying to make this political at all.
We outside right now.
I want to get into the culture, though. The culture. Let's talk about, because obviously we shape the world.
Right.
and they treat us a certain type of way. Right. Do you think Black culture get love, or we just getting used?
As far as Black culture, as far as like, what do you mean, like American Black
everything?
culture,
we brought the music industry,
right.
the fashion industries. Yeah, American Black culture.
I just had to. Yeah,
do you think we getting used, or
I think we get used? We get used, abused. Because a lot of the things that we brought to the world, not just the United States, to the world, but we don't get any validation for it. Right. We don't get. They did that. Mm-hmm. Everybody thinks the other group did it. And it's like, no.
Well, they copied us. Like, they don't, a lot of people, could you break down, like, because I know, and you know too, but from even the patent office, I even try to tell people that the one who draws it is the one who created it. Right. And if you go look into the patent office, most of the slaves drew the blueprint.
Therefore, well, not all slaves, though.
Exactly.
You had some freedmens
that
created stuff, but they still took it. After they passed away, or after their family passed away, then they took it.
Bill South.
Hey, it is what it is. You feel me?
Yeah. Like even obviously Thomas Jefferson, you know, with the kite and the electricity. Right. But they don't want to talk about how he actually had his slave.
Right. Create the light.
Exactly. Yeah. And then he tried to make him think that he did it. I can't even think of the brother. It's the brother that did the telegram. I can't think of his name right now.
Not even just that.
He sued him and won.
Even Coca-Cola. Like he had a nurse that actually created the actual ingredients for the Coca-Cola. I used to work for Coca-Cola, so I know.
Just like with the grits, and what's that sister with the grits?
Yeah.
My bad, not the grits, the KFC.
Okay,
with the recipe with the KFC. That was his sister, but a lot of our people don't really do a lot of deep research on that. Right. But let's get into it. I want to say this probably gonna be a real one, but Do hip hop represent us the same way it used to?
Yes and no.
All this twerking and body. Like, I feel like, all right, let me say this real quick. I don't want to name drop, but the women rappers specifically, I see a trend with them where it's literally sexual. Yeah. Like, it's not even, but that's always been, shout out to Kim, shout out Trina, they started out the game like that. So,
well, not really, because you got to think about Luke. When Luke came out, what he had? They were twerking. That was way before
Booty Shaking
and all them came into play.
We got Juvenile, Cash Money, 99.
Exactly. So that's why I was like, when it comes to, twerking and how women did certain things, that, like, me and you come from a different generation.
Facts.
So I remember Freak Nick. You know what I'm saying? I remember what I saw doing Freak Nick.
A little too young for that. I'm a little too young for that.
So that's why I'm like, no, not really. I was there. I was around.
But I mean, personally, I think that, like, I grew up, I don't want to say I grew up on conscious music myself, but I definitely heard it, But I think that conscious music really, I don't think it made it past 2000. Don't get me wrong, we know there's some artists that's still out there. Yeah. But me personally, like me, from my generation, right now, the 80s babies, 90s babies, I kind of feel like rap right now currently does not represent our culture.
Yeah, now. Yeah.
Like, it's all about...
That's why I say yes and no. Because in some instances, it does represent us, because some of the fact, all of us came from backgrounds, especially being Black, came from backgrounds where you saw hood stuff. Yeah. And you saw things that was like, that's crazy.
I'm not saying that I'm not relatable to it.
Right. Yeah. And they had hole in the wall. Clubs back in those days, they had hole in the wall. They got them now, but back then they had hole in the wall. They had stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? What your boy say in Harlem Nights? Boom Boom Room. Right. Yeah. So you had a Boom Boom Room for every generation.
But I'll say this, though. Let's go and break into the next topic. Okay, the fact that we influence everything, why do we own so little of it? The music, the fashion, the businesses?
I think, for me, I just think because we rather have the money. We'll sell ourselves short to have.
Just to get that check.
Just to get that check.
I think a lot of, even like when I noticed, like, even because me and you both own international businesses. Right. Shout out Secreto, Jardín. We got this.
The best juices in Medellin
we'll get into that later. We'll get into that later. But I think that I always talk about that, and I'm talking about that on, Knowledge Bomb series that I'm creating. Black people, whether it's Shark Tank, whether it's an investor or whatever, soon as somebody show you $1 million,
we going.
You going. Like, it's a sister, I can't think of her name. The sister, I remember she had a great hot sauce brand.
Oh yeah,
and she sold her rights to it or something. They kind of like ran into the ground, messed her recipe up. But I think she won that case and was able to she signed a bad deal.
Right.
I'm just calling it what it is, a shitty deal.
Okay.
But she was able to get it fixed or something, or able to like reverse it or something, because they did something illegal to take it from up under her. I noticed that when it comes to black people, we either sell too fast, we undersell ourselves too short, or we just want to make that quick buck. Why do you think that is?
I think because we never had. A lot of us ain't really had. So when we get it, you know what I'm saying, we want to show it, we want to flaunt it.
I mean, I'm at that point now. I think for people like me and you, if somebody came and showed us $1 million check, me and you automatically think, well, if you offer me $1 million, I gotta be worried about. I gotta be about 3 times worth of what you're trying to do. Because if you see that,
but I do think too that it depends on your circumstance at that moment. Because just like what we were talking about, as far as somebody offering you this amount of money, and you looking at, man, I'm over here I'm just eating beans and rice every day. Now I get steak with this beans and rice, man. So it's like they put us in a hole where either you decide you want to be this way or you want to be conscious. You want to try to help everybody. And if you're trying to help everybody, we're going to silence you. We're not going to let people know about you. So we're going to keep you further and further away from the mass.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say this, though. Let's talk about this. Let's go into identity, just being black.
Right.
I mean, I felt... okay. I felt this way.
Yeah.
But do you ever feel like you got to switch it up depending on what room you're in? I'll say this. I mean, we call it code switching. We got to get on code. Yeah. But I will say for me, I really think that, my Ebonics that we talk about when I'm in the hood in South Georgia with my family. What up, folks? What up, fam? What up, this? Yeah. I'm not saying that in a business meeting in Atlanta. Yeah. Well, I got investors or something, because we do have an app. Shout out, Let's Talk Black
Knowledge.
Let's talk about the Black Knowledge app. So it's like when I am doing my pitch and stuff, depending on who I'm talking to, I will say switch up, but not like.
Let me ask you this though: do you think Tupac switched up whenever he did any business deals?
I mean, he was very, shout out brother Tupac, rest in peace. But I definitely think that he was a very intellectual brother. Right. I think everybody switch up to an extent in what environment you're in. Because, I'm ex-military. Right. So we had to be who we needed to be in uniform. Right. And show up at work. Right. Be on duty, stay in rank, and do what we have to do. Right. But I do think that, black people in general, like me personally, I think we have to code switch.
To a degree.
Depending on the degree, basically. Because, you can't go up in a business meeting where you actually got serious investors, regardless of race or color. Let's say you got Asians, whites, blacks, and they're there to give you money, or you have to convince them to invest in your company. You can't.
Based on the need, based on what they're looking for. Because a lot of times they look for that. Like, we want you to be who you are, because we want to present a certain type of person. Mm-hmm. So we want you in your role, your gritty, how you are. Don't change.
Well, since with that being said, what does apologetically black mean to you?
Apologetically black. For me, I don't really see myself being apologetically black or anything, because of the fact, at the end of the day, when it comes to being you, nobody can take that from you. Mm-hmm. So why I gotta apologize for being me?
Unapologetically.
Right.
Okay. I'm with that.
I'm with that. So I'm gonna be me regardless. Yeah. Or you gonna be you regardless.
Exactly.
Or the next person gonna be them regardless. So why?
That's why I said I dropped this knowledge anyways. Like, when I built Black Knowledge 10 years ago, so many people didn't believe. Right. But like Kevin Gates said, make them believe. Yeah. And that's what I did, because, we got 1.3 million with me now. Wow. And I'm worldwide with it. We got this Let's Talk Black Knowledge series. For sure. We got the podcast. We got the app. Yeah. I mean,
I was one of the people that always just jumped off the ledge anyway. Yeah. Everybody looked at me like, you crazy. What you doing? You finna do? I was like, man, I'm finna jump. I mean, if I don't do it, then I'll be stuck longer.
I always say this. I don't like to drop the F-bomb, but I will on this one. But I always say, when I said, fuck it, my life, everything worked out. Like when I said, fuck it, I'm going to join the Navy. Yeah. And that opened new doors for me and gave me benefits and let me see the world. Right. And even when I said, fuck it, I'm going to create Black Knowledge. Yeah. Because I think Black is beautiful on a global scale, not just in America, but me personally. Right. I think I love Black culture on every continent, me personally.
I do too. But you had to find them. Because you didn't even know it first until you stepped out there. You were like, what? They got clap on?
But the fact, like you said, to go into that, what's the importance of, let's talk about, because we do it, obviously we got it.
Yeah.
Self-belief, like believing in yourself. How important that is to you?
Very important to me because of the fact when I say believing in yourself, when everybody all the chips stacked up against you, sometimes you just gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't believe in you, who else gonna try to believe in you? Who else gonna even want to try to put that effort in trying to see who you are?
But I think a lot of us, I mean, because we all dealt with this probably growing up in general, you know, the different backgrounds, environment. I had a hard upbringing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to talk about it in the Knowledge Bomb series, but, you know, I came from the bottom. Poverty, nothing.
Right.
No mama, no daddy.
Right.
Living with my auntie.
Right.
I'm going to tell the truth on this. You know, let's talk black knowledge.
Got to.
They didn't want me in there.
Got to.
I was another mouth to feed. You feel me? They didn't accept me for about 10 years. Like, when they realized, his mama is not, my mom was a bipolar schizophrenic, bro.
Yeah.
That's an illness where they kept saying, I hope your crazy ass mama get together so you can go home.
Dang.
But she never got together, bro. So they realized that's when they accepted me. 10 years later, when they said, cuz ain't going nowhere.
Wow.
But I always, you know, back in the day, I always used to tell my family the truth. Like, y'all didn't accept me, bro. I was an enemy in my own house for a minute.
How do you take that when you said that though? Like, how were people like? How did
I always kept it a buck with them no matter what. Yeah. You know, I didn't sugarcoat it. I never was a sugarcoater. My auntie wasn't a sugarcoater, but I always told the truth. Yeah. But the thing is, I think that for me, I ain't had no choice but to believe in myself.
Because you ain't got no choice. Yeah.
I'm being real for my own family.
Yeah.
They, you know, I made A's, I made B's. You know, we had the accelerated reader program. Right. I read the most books in school, bro. So I had to believe in myself, especially from our community. Let's be real. Right. People love to say this, man, you ain't finna go to Atlanta. And I remember when I said I was finna move to Atlanta, you ain't gonna make it, bro. You ain't gonna get no job. Like, for some odd reason, we'd like to down ourselves or say, hey, how your little business doing in Medellin? How your little black knowledge business doing? Well, that little black knowledge business doing good right now.
Good. What you doing? What you doing? You get?
we love to do that backhand compliment.
Hate, that backhand hate.
Oh, that's
what it is, backhand hate.
Why you say it's hate?
Because of the fact they can't do it or they're not doing it. So when they're not doing it, then it's little business. Or what's your little situation doing?
But when you make it, they want to say, I knew you was going places.
Right. Or hook me up with a job.
Now, what's up now? Like, say, you ain't like, it's for some odd reason, it's like this. This is my example. I always tell the people, even online. It's like, we got an idea, we're going to build a train station. Yeah. But they love to say, why you going to build all these train stations? I already got trains. You black, you ain't going to make one. Right. But when you make one, and then you get it moving, and you got the train station, all of a sudden they say, oh shit, you did it, bro. Right. Can I get a free ticket? Can I ride for free?
Let me get
Can I get a discount? Come on. They don't want to pay full price for the ticket. Now, you want to hop on a train after it start moving. Why we got that? Where do you think they come from?
And you know what's crazy too though? Because you know what I'm saying, we come out with a price on how much you charge for something. Yeah. And then the white man do it. They like, I pay them, but I'm not gonna pay you that.
And they don't question, like you said, they go right in the Indian man store, get them Newport 100.
Wow, whatever the price is.
Gas on 20 on pump 5, no problem. That part. Going to come out, hold on, cat, you charging this too much for gas. Or this,
I can't get a price. We family, man. Come on, man.
I don't even know you. Like, I know you black.
Right. And I know that's family they talking about though.
Oh, just because we black, we don't got to pay full price.
Yes, sir.
I don't think any other culture.
We in our own business though. I mean, look how people come through our spot, or they talk about us behind our back about the prices, about it's to this or it's to that. You feel?
We got that bad in our community. What do you think that come from? I honestly think that's like. I feel like it's every nigga for himself, and I think it stems from really when they released us from slavery. I kind of feel like. We all ran. Right. Don't get me wrong. We did have unity. Right. In the early 30s, 40s, and 50s, then integration came. Right. But for some odd reason, we got that every Negro for himself mentality. Yeah. Right? And it's really bad in our community. I don't know where they come from.
I would say, you know what I'm saying, to a degree.
I was born into
slavery, it. But I think, sometimes it comes from, like, within our family. You know what I'm saying? Within our mothers and our fathers who have raised us. Because of the fact, if they got an issue with the person that did whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's like, don't go shop with them. It's just kind of like my own situation. You know what I'm saying? Like if me and my kid's mom, we don't get along. And then the mother's raising the child. Okay. They'll plant that seed of, I'm the one that take care of you. Don't go over there because he ain't doing this, that, and the third.
So I can't relate because I don't have children.
Yeah, for me, I'm just saying.
So you're saying that mothers. I mean, obviously
they can be. I'm not saying it's them, but I'm saying they can.
We see that with celebrities, obviously. Right. You know that the mom is
right,
and then they try to make the celebrity dad look like the enemy.
And you got to choose choose whose side you gonna be on. So when it comes to doing business, the same thing. I choose to go do business with this person because I feel like their product is better compared to our product.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about validation. Yeah. I mean, I never seeked it myself. Yeah. But do you still think that we chasing validation?
Yeah.
Or we past that?
Yeah. Nah, we still in that.
We still trying to prove something to the white man.
Yeah, we still trying to prove something.
Like, look at me, look at what I can do.
I want to be a part. No, I want to be a part of your circle. That's what that is. I want to be a part of your circle. I want to be in that circle. So I can stop being treated a certain type of way.
Well, you already know that, people ain't going to, I mean, I will, obviously, on my show, we're going to invite white guests on Let's Talk Black Knowledge and all that. But,
what real is real.
I don't think the elite or whoever going to pay for this. Like, they ain't going to support this.
They might. They might.
We keep it raw and real here. Let's Talk Black Knowledge.
Hey, man, they might.
But, I really do think that, I will say that, obviously we got TikTok, we got Instagram. Yeah. I think that a lot of, in society in America in general right now, we all trying to fit in some box. Like either it's a content, right now I saw a survey that said people rather be a content creator than be a teacher or a firefighter. Like they want to be on the internet to be seen.
Yeah, yeah.
So I do agree with you that we are probably seeking some type of validation. I mean, hell, even me, I'm gonna be real on this right now. I'm trying to get the world to love black people on a global scale.
Right.
Look at us.
Do you feel like it's the same way now that we're outside? Compared to being on the inside?
I mean, I will say this though. I will think that for me, even going global with it, even to this day, obviously I follow Dr. Umar Johnson, I follow other people, and they say this too, and I always say this, loving our people and building for our people is so hard work.
Yeah, it is.
Like, especially the unconscious.
It's deprogramming.
Yeah, it's very hard to keep, even this stuff, people say, when people meet me, they be like, man, I love your company, I love what you're doing, I'm proud of you, bro. You got to keep going, but it's so hard when you don't get that support.
Why?
Because I really thought when I built Black Knowledge 10 years ago and I was handing out, little T-shirts in Houston, I really thought black people was going to support me because I'm black, I'm beautiful, I got the locks, I'm doing things for black people, But then guess what? They would tell me, I got you in 2 weeks, bro. Yeah. Oh, no, I can't afford that right now. But I watch you go right into Walmart and buy some black T-shirts. Yep. But then tell me, to my face, I can't buy your Black Knowledge shirt. Like, I had to feel it. But then I had to learn this. Like you said, go back to your point of deprogramming. Yeah. I had to understand that this generation, even this, we don't know how to support each other. We have to learn how to do that. Like, I had to learn right now, I had to learn how to love my brother, how to learn how to support his business, because back then, I'm not gonna lie, growing up, like you said, the upbringing had me, every Negro for himself. Right. So when I saw you doing something, I was looking for something to, let me hate on this dude. Like, he ain't better than me, I'm better than him. Like, automatically, I had to actually unlearn that, bro, because I'm like, you know what? Bro, doing good, bro. Yeah. I can appreciate, bro. Like, matter of fact, I can learn something from him. Right. Tell me how to do this.
Because we're not even in the same circle. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to...
Why am I competing with...
Why we competing?
It's like this. I notice with us in the community, we make up these made up stories.
Then we got to compete with each other.
And we don't even got, so I can ask you for help and say, you know what? They love to say, man, DJ, Cat don't mess with me, bro. Cat don't do this. Right. Or I don't like Cat this. And it's like, have you ever had a conversation with him?
Right. That part.
Have you asked him? Like, he might show some love. Like,
real talk. Matter of fact, it's a guy in Atlanta right now that has an electric car. Black guy. Okay. And he created an electric car during the time of Elon Musk, but everybody went to Elon Musk compared to going to him. And he had his cars where they're self-charging. Mm-hmm. But nobody goes in his shop to get his cars. He's in Atlanta. So that's crazy to me.
Well, let's talk money, hustle, and survival. Let's get into that right now.
Let's get to that peso.
Let's talk that real talk. Do you think hustling is in our DNA or was it forced on us?
I think it was forced on us.
Yeah, because even me, even growing up, my auntie always used to say, here, keep this change in your pocket to keep the hanks off. Right. You always got to have something on you. Right. You never know, a girl might want something to drink or something. You got to get out here and get yours. Right. Ain't nobody going to hand you nothing.
And it was crazy because the grandmothers was the ones that always put the little money in your pocket.
Literally.
Or your aunties.
Literally. And my aunties always say here, she literally, whether I'm buying snacks, back in the day when we had the candy store lady, shout out to that, the 50 cent jumbos. We call them jumbos where I'm from. But, she always say, here, keep the hanks off you. Keep some in your pocket. Because the lady might want something, A girl might want Coca-Cola or something.
You got a piece of candy or something.
You feel me? So I really think that it definitely is forced on us. But I will say this, though. Me personally, bro, I think there's a difference between hustling and entrepreneuring. Yeah. And I think a lot of entrepreneurs are out here hustling. Yeah. And that's why I actually built the Black Knowledge app and a place where I can educate people on how to do entrepreneurship. So let's talk about that. I know you need hustling to become an entrepreneur, but you got to be a little bit more than the hustle.
Yeah, and you have to be, I would say you have to be honest about your hustle. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of people that's hustling that ain't honest. And
man, I ain't gonna call them out, man. I've been, look, I'm gonna just be real, bro. I've been in a food truck in Houston that was trying to sell me $45 tilapia flakes. I'm like, I know you got the tilapia from Walmart. That's great value tilapia, bro. I know that bag is $8.99 for 20 pieces, bro, back in the day. And you trying to sell me a $45 fish plate?
Fish and chips.
Really? $45 fish plate? Man. They want me to pay on bills.
And they hustling backwards.
Because they took out a loan for that food truck.
Man, they got to pay for that food truck.
You feel me? And now they want you to pay for it as the customer.
Yeah. But the same thing with when you rent an apartment or you buy a house and you rent the house out. They don't have the money to pay for the house, so they'll rent the house out. And they be expecting to have this certain amount of money so they can travel and do the world and then still don't have to worry about the house. But you still got to worry about the house.
Obviously, I know the answer to this question, but would you rather build your own lane or master somebody else's system?
Build my own lane. I don't master somebody else's system because their system can change.
Now, they can get rid of you and get you out their system. Yeah. And now all that training you thought you had it. Yeah. You thought you was irreplaceable. Yeah. Shout out Beyonce. But you know, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people think they're irreplaceable. Yeah, they do. And that's one reason why I actually built Black Knowledge, because I actually wanted some with me, because I noticed I was wearing everybody else's brand. It's like, I can do my own.
Mine up, man. You know what I'm saying? You take a shot.
I mean, but shout out the Eagles, though, you know. But you rapping your logo. I got my logo. I got it tatted on me. But, you know, I will say this, you know, they always tell us that we got to work twice as hard than other folks, but we don't never see twice the reward.
Yeah, we don't. And that's a true statement, though. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we do have to work twice as hard. Like, even when it comes to...
It's like we got to convince our people, it's like we got to convince people to believe in us.
But just like your situation, when, you know, you was on one platform and you were trying to build up your platform and start making money, and it was like, no, we're not going to let you do that. I ain't going to get them no, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to talk about it, but, you know, it's just like, I got to work twice as hard to get what I'm trying to do out. But I look at other platforms, they ain't got to work as hard. They getting all this love because they are pushing a certain narrative.
Yeah. And I will say this, though. I think that for me, and the fact that I call my company Black Knowledge, I noticed that within our own community, I tell people that, I said, I get hate from our own people, bro. Right. And it's like people try to out-intellectualize me all the time. Like, man, you know, you're not black, you're melanated. Yeah.
But you gotta understand, too, though, you know, all black folks, all skin folks ain't kin folks.
Right. You know, shout out Malcolm X for saying that. But, you know, I noticed that, you know, instead of like believing in what I'm doing and seeing what I'm doing for the community, it's like people want to challenge us. Like, have you had anybody challenge you? Well, I know you do, you know, we'll get into it in a minute. Yeah. But I know, you know, you're basically into the health. Right. It's a healing people and helping them grow through foods and fruits and vegetables and teas and stuff. Have you got any challenging on that? Because some people that think holistic healing is voodoo, and if it ain't FDA approved or the CDC didn't say this, I can't ride with your cat.
Well, we've been indoctrinated. You know what I'm saying? So by us being indoctrinated, it's hard to come up out of that indoctrination. You know what I'm saying? Because now we believe that going to the doctor is the only way to be able to be healed. And now they're seeing when you go to the doctor, that ain't nothing else I can do. But then you got this option that we have been indoctrinated when it comes to Christianity and other faiths, that you have to go through their system in order to be healed.
We still, you know, black people still think ginger ale fix stomach problems.
Yeah, they still. I mean, it does. Once you take the sugar out,
you're right.
Once you take the sugar, because when y'all come to my shop, you get the ginger, like, yo, man,
I had a couple of ginger shots myself. Hey, let's get back into the money, though. Let's talk about, do you think financial freedom is real or just illusion that they created?
I think both. I think it's both. You know what I'm saying? Being able to be financially free is being able to have money to be able to do what you want to do. Mm-hmm. But once you take the money part of it out of it, and you are just being able to have the conversation between somebody that has this type of business, you have this type of business, and then we can swap each other's business. Money is no longer in the picture.
Yeah. Like, for example, you're on my podcast, and obviously I'm gonna be on what you call your podcast.
We Got the Juice.
We Got the Juice. So obviously you guys will see me on We Got the Juice.
Exactly.
Because he literally got the juice. And
and it's gonna be, just conversation about just having conversation. Because I was like, a lot of things can be fixed if we just have conversation.
I think that financial freedom, like even for me, I don't think I'm there yet.
Yeah.
I think I'm on my way, but you gotta have a plan for it. Yeah. Because I think a lot of people, we just working to pay bills. Yeah. And we're not even like me. I took some coins and invested into Black knowledge. Right. Literally, I had to invest in myself. Right. So let's talk about that for a second. Investing in self. I know like self-belief is something that we all needed, but like investing in self, I look at it different ways. Like investing in yourself is like going to school, getting a degree. Yeah. Or doing something that you want for self. Because I think that we so wrapped up in working and getting a job and paying our bills that a lot of people that I see out here in these streets, they're not investing in themselves. They got so much potential, but they're not actually taking the time. So what does investing in yourself mean or look like to you?
Well, I think first you got to know what it is you want to invest in or what it is that you want to do.
Bingo.
And so once you figure that piece out, then everything else will start falling into place when it comes to investing in yourself. But you got to figure out what it is.
A lot of people want that deal, bro. They want to get found. They want that 360 deal. They want that acting deal out of Hollywood.
But we've been seeing
they want to make it, bro.
They don't last long. You see that? No type of people don't last long.
I noticed that they get they spark. Like they get like a moment of fame. Right. Well, like it might last a year, it might last 2. You might be the hottest one to get the album, or you might get the 6th season, whatever. Right. But after that,
it's gone. Yeah, you got somebody else in your space.
Where you at? What you doing?
Somebody else to move in that space. They need something fresh, something new.
All right, we finna go deep right now. We finna talk about love, dating, and Black relationships, family.
Here we go.
I'm gonna hit you hard with this one, bro. This is the first one.
Okay, bet.
Why do you think it's so hard for Black men and Black women to trust each other right now?
I think it's hard for Black men and Black women to trust each other because of that we don't have the conversation. A lot of people are not honest.
A lot of these podcasters, man, they just so hate. I notice what I see is the Black man this or the Black woman that. I'm seeing a lot of hatred. I'm not seeing let me say this, active, productive communication. Right. I feel like they try to.
I just said it. We not communicating effectively, and we not being honest. On both sides.
I'm not saying that some of these podcasts are wrong. I just think that some of them just try to fit in the box to appease YouTube or whatever. But I don't see, like you said, me personally, I don't see active, properly positive communication within the community. I just see, Black men this or Black women that or Black men are lustful. Right. Black women out here selling the punani. Yeah. All I hear is the negative.
What's the shock value too? They want to keep that shock value.
Yeah.
Injected into that what you're.
Honestly, me personally though. Yeah, I kind of feel like Black women and Black men in general, both of us, I think we truly don't understand each other.
I think we do.
I
think we do. I think it's just that we choose to go where the money is.
Like when I look at the 30s, like for example, when I look at how we fresh out of slavery, like from the 20s to 30s to 40s and the 50s, I'll even throw the 60s and the 70s in this. All right. We seem like we got along with each other. We made babies with each other. Right. I'm not saying that we didn't have infidelity issues.
They weren't even get married like that back then either.
But we was together though.
They weren't even get married back then like that either.
But now it's like we can't even. Soon as like for example, I'll give you an example. Yeah. I remember a couple years ago when I was coming from Houston back to Georgia, and I don't know where I was. I think I was in Alabama somewhere, and I see a sister at pumping her gas. Okay. I literally walked up to her and said, "Hey, excuse me, ma'am." And she said, "Don't ask me for my number. I got a boyfriend. I got a man." I looked at her like,
how long was it?
I was about like at my mid-20s, I think. Okay. But I literally, all I want to know was what the name Waffle House was. This is before GPS and all that, like how we got it now. Google Maps, we had that. I literally was gonna ask her. She went on this little rant. Like I don't know, like if 5 dudes hollered at her before me. But I literally was like, "Excuse me, ma'am," and she just went on this tangent of. Like, I'm trying to holler at her. I didn't say, "Hey, what's up, mama? What's up? You looking good?" I just said, "Excuse me, ma'am." Right. And she didn't even let me finish. I said, "Hey, do you know where the next Waffle House at?" And then she told me like 2 exits down. And then she said, she did say, I'm sorry. I'm like, "Oh, wow." Yeah. And I got in my car because I was like, that was kind of weird.
I was going to ask you how you just de-escalated that.
Yeah, I was just like, she answered the question because I let her get that out because she needed to get it out.
Right. I was like, apparently.
And I will say that I feel like Black men and Black women, we're on edge a little bit, like on edge. Right. And I think that, because some men like me, I'm not gonna lie, back in the day when I was dating America, I would say, man, I don't even want to deal with that problem. Like I would automatically, I'm not saying that the woman would be a problem. Right.
I just feel like, we're not having a conversation. If we would start having the conversations and be honest with those conversations, and then we can kind of solve some of these problems. But we don't want to have the real accountability. We don't want to have the real conversation. And we don't want to take blame for anything that we did on each other's side.
Well, do you think social media helps or messes up on how we love our people?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I mean, I'll tell you this, from my personal experience with black knowledge, man, if I say black women are beautiful, somebody will say, what about black men?
Right.
I can say black women and black men are beautiful. They're going to say, what about the black children? I think the internet gives the voice to the voiceless, but everybody got a voice now. Everybody got an opinion.
Everybody got one.
You got something to say.
Everybody got an asshole.
You feel me?
100%.
As soon as you say A, they say B. As soon as you say B, they say C. Right. I don't really think the internet, I don't want to sit here and say there's a very toxic environment.
Man, it's toxic as hell.
But for example, I'm trying to push out positivity. But so do you think that the negative outweigh the positive?
No, I don't think the negative outweighs the positive. I think it's just how the demographic is shown, or how what they call it when, you're trying to push a certain amount of people to this subject. And so they'll keep you.
Oh, you talking about algorithm suppression?
Yes.
That's what we got. I deal with that as well.
Right.
I think, honestly, like you said, the algorithm, I don't care what they say, the algorithm is biased.
Right.
And like you said, I notice if you talk about consciousness, health, wealth, or even what we talking about right now, they probably ain't going to push this podcast. Exactly. They probably ain't going to push this series at all.
Exactly.
But it's cool. I'm going to still record it and I'm going to still upload it.
Because you have a lot of positive stuff out there, but if you're not in that algorithm, you don't see it. All you see is one type of thing, and it's based off of whatever you tap one or two times.
Do you think that love got turned into a competition out here? Because, we got all these competition shows.
In the States or
here? In general.
Yeah, I think it is very. Yeah,
we competing with each other
to a degree.
Look at what I got. Look at what I love. Look at me. Look at my girl dress. Look at how I dress.
To a degree, because in fact, when it comes to women and men, a lot of men are in competition to show that they have more, and then they'll get one of the baddest looking chicks to say, "I got the baddest chick in the world." And then,
well, you don't think women do the same?
Yeah, they do the same, but I think it's more because women come after men because what's their favorite term? I need a protector, provider. I need this type of man. And they compete with other women to say that I got the better man.
But I kind of feel like this, though. Even me as a man, I would say that I had to learn how to do that.
Right.
Even with my girlfriend or my spouse right now.
Right.
You got to learn how to do that. Like, you just don't know.
You do, but you have to learn also who you are in the relationship as a man, because a lot of men get in the relationship and don't put their foot down.
Or don't know really what they want out the relationship.
Yes, that part. Because if you get I've seen a video where Jill Scott was saying that if you a soft man, I'm going to run all over you. So a lot of men don't know how to be like real men that like, yo, you're not going to just talk to me any kind of way. You're not going to do me any kind of way. It's going to be this. This is how I'm setting this relationship up.
But I will say this, though. I actually had one of my homeboy girls tell me, man, he too hard. I had to leave him because he didn't know how to be soft around me. He always hard, always wouldn't let me in emotionally, I think that's what she was saying. And I just told him that, he really not that type of guy. So do you really think that some men don't know how to be soft with their woman or be emotionally open? Or what do you think?
I think that some men at one point were soft and they had women that ran over them. So that made them turn hard.
To who they are.
Yeah. So now it's like, nah, I'm not letting you in because in fact, you're going to take it and throw it in my face. So I'm not going to give you the opportunity to do me like that anymore.
Yeah, but do you think that affects their future relationships?
No,
or?
I don't think so, because most of the women that you were speaking of, when they can't find that man again that was hard and he took care of everything, but he was just hard, they looking for him again. They can't find him again, so now they in the streets. Wait, they for the street.
That's why it's really the competition out here.
Yeah. 100%.
So what does like real partnership look like to you? Not perfect, just real.
Real partnership to me, I think, is when both parties are working together. You know what I'm saying? It's not a competition within the relationship.
I noticed that I'm not going to compete with my partner. Right. Like, you're my lover. You're my provider. Like, we're here. Like, you're my person. I don't want to compete with you. We're going to win together.
We work it. You know what I'm saying? That's even in sex, even in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? When we having sex, like, if you ain't feeling like today, you know what? At the end of the day, this is what my partner wants. So I'm going to give them what they need. I might not feel like it, but I'm going to rise to the occasion.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Because people be saying that, men, we are very sexual.
Women are too.
I was just about to say that. They are just as sexual as we are. It's just about who they're giving their
sexual energy to.
Right.
Yeah.
And so if you're not matching that energy, then they like, I'm not, I'm not. So men be like, all right, you don't want to give it to me? I'll find somebody that's going to give it to me. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I feel like what that looks like, a healthy one, is we working together. We're talking through these hard situations. We are working it out. And we are, you know.
Yeah, I will say that a lot of people, many people out here in these relationships,
right.
They helpmates.
Right.
Like, you know, they helping other people come up, but then they feel empty inside because they're not in a relationship where they're building.
Right.
They just helping somebody at a time. Like, some people get in relationships to build off of you, not build with you.
I would say, too, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people don't love themselves. You know what I'm saying? And when they don't love themselves, they looking for it in other people instead of learning how to love themselves.
You're right. And I'm glad you made that point. So now we're going to go into mental health and the weight that we carry and stuff. Do you think we're healing for real or just functioning better?
Man, I think we're functioning better. Bro, I ain't gonna hold you.
I'll tell you this, man. I meet some of the brothers and sisters that hit me with that, hey king, hey queen.
Yeah.
But you still don't take care of your kids. You still beat women.
Right.
You don't even, you owe Capital One $10,000. Right. You talking about the white man holding me back. Bro, I see you holding yourself back, bro. Yeah. But I can't say that to you. Because if I say that, you call me a hater.
Right.
Oh, Jack, you hating on me, bro. You think you own because you got black knowledge. Like, what does the black knowledge got to do with you healing? I really do agree with you. I really think that, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the difference between healing and just functioning.
Right.
Because, you know, I hate to say this, let's be real. We got women who won beauty competitions that killed themselves. I mean, there may be undiagnosed schizophrenia. We got brothers. I will say that, like me, I don't want to off myself. Have I had suicidal thoughts? Yes. I always tell people that's not bad. When a doctor used to ask me that, you have suicidal thoughts? Yeah, I have.
Well, I was going to say from the standpoint of women and men getting injections, like men getting steroid injections to make them look stronger. Or women getting their butt done, and face done to make them look younger.
So you think that has some of the chemical changes and balances, and on top of the stress of what we come from and the trauma, attributes to all of that.
Right. And then because people don't feel like they're good enough. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to get into those beauty contests. That's why you have to do all these things to impress people around you. Because I think me and my wife were talking about this earlier today, where we were talking about how women will do certain things to make themselves look better, but everybody looks the same. Matter of fact, we were talking about earlier.
Yep, literally.
Everybody doing things that look exactly the same.
Yeah, I tell people, how many people you know out here with this black knowledge like me? You know, stopping these knowledge bombs out here trying to uplift your people intellectually. Right. You know, you're trying to heal people, our people, and people in general. Right. Raise their frequency and help make sure they eat healthy. You know, you're trying to make people literally, physically, and mentally healthy. Right. Even me.
What separates you?
That's why I'm trying to build this podcast, because, you know, I'll tell people, I've been low, I've been down, but I got inspired to create a space where we are black and beautiful. We are melanated. You call yourself, you know, like I said, back to what I was saying, mental health portion. A lot of people try to out-intellectualize me and say, hey, man, you know, you a Moor, you're not black, you African-American, you're not black, you brown. Right. Bro, I know my skin is brown, I know my shirt is black. Right. Do you see what I'm doing for our community?
That part.
Them the same people that say, oh, you know what, Cat, I see you with your little juice, but, you know, I ain't got, let me catch it later. But then go right into 7-Eleven and get a Sprite. Yeah. This is organic, clean, and healthy juice.
Right.
But then
we can tell you what the juices do.
Go get that hot seafood punch with quickness.
With all that sugar.
Don't even know who made that.
Don't know who made it.
Don't know where it come from.
Don't know what's
what
in
factory.
Don't know what's in it.
But you know, Cat, his juice. That's also, I think that the mental health portion, I think that it's hard, but you got to get in. I always tell people, you got to talk.
Yeah.
You know, me and you talk all the time. Yeah. Hey, man, I got this going on, Kat. I got this going on. Right. And, you know, obviously, like, you older than me. I also look at you as a mentor. Like I told you, man, you ain't, you know what I mean? You might be my older brother or whatever, but, you know, I always seek out for you when it comes to, because, you know, obviously we live overseas and we need each other when it comes to, we have a small community overseas. Man, I always think that the mental health portion, because we know, you know, we have brothers in our circle, in our community. We all going through something.
Yeah. But I would say this too, though. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, leaving the States and coming here, you have a better mental clarity. You have a better, like, woosah. When I came down here, I got a woosah.
Well, I always tell black people in general, get your passport. I understand this passport bro stuff and all that, but travel the world and you'll realize that your people love, you know, we're loved everywhere. Everywhere I go, I mean, I can tell people, I went to Brazil.
Yeah.
I went to Brazil with like 300 shirts. I was out of shirts in 4 days, bro. Like so many black people. Let me get that. I'm like, bro, I went overseas. Like we talk about this all the time. I was like, how is it that when my company went global, I get more support from my people, even stateside. Right. I get more support from black people globally than I ever did in Houston or Atlanta.
I would say that. I would say the reason why is because of the fact what they see on social media, what they see on TV. When it comes to the American culture, everybody looks at the American culture as
Black American culture.
Black American culture.
Specifically.
I can get rich. I can get money. I can do this. I can do that. Anything that connects me to the Black American experience, I want to be a part of it. Because when I was in Brazil, like you've been in Brazil, I went to Brazil and I was doing DJ and I was doing radio. So I went to like 2 different radio stations in Brazil. And just talking about my music, my background, what I was doing. I even had a friend that was he was Brazilian and he spoke English. He spoke it very well. He wanted to disconnect from his Brazilian roots. Oh wow! And I had to bring your Brazilian roots back so people in Brazil can actually see how you have progressed. Yeah. And still show love because this is your root. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to disconnect yourself from your roots.
Well, I want to say this then. Back on that, why is it hard for us to say that I'm not okay when we going through stuff? Why we got to be hard? Like, I got to do this by myself. I don't need nobody. I'm going to be all right. And then we snap eventually. Like, why is it? Like, I love to say, it's okay not to be okay. I love that song. Right. Sometimes it's hard. It's okay not to be okay. I love that song. Right. Because I feel like it is okay not to be okay. I don't got all my marbles together, but I still drop black knowledge. I'm still doing what I'm doing. Right. But why is it so hard for us? Like, why we try to pretend or act like we got everything, all our ducks in a row?
All right, because we got the shield. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want to see a crack in the shield. Or women don't want to see cracks in the shield. If they see crack in the shield, that means that's a sign of weakness. So if you got a sign of weakness, I don't want to be a part or associated with something that's weak. I want to always be around something that
so it's a facade, really.
It's a facade.
A big facade.
I think.
Yeah. In my opinion, I've had times where I dap up a brother, hey, bro. Yeah. You doing all right? Yeah, man, I'm straight. Right. But he not straight. He not straight. Yeah. He got bills to pay. His 100%. Kids ain't eating. Right. He not eating.
100%.
But he telling me he's straight. Right. When I got money in my pocket, I'll feed you, bro. I'll help you out with something.
And then some of that's pride, too, though.
Oh, okay.
Some of that's pride, too. So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I will say this, though. Me and my sister talk about this all the time, including myself, even her. Yeah. She has this issue, and I had this issue. I remember one time my sister, she had a car problem, and she was talking around it. I said, sis, I got some bread. I got you. I should be like 100, 200. How much is it? She was like, it's about 400. I said, I can't say it to you, no problem. She's like, man, like for me and my sister, I will say this. Sometimes it's hard to ask for help. Yeah. And me, myself, if I give you $400, I'm about to pay you back as soon as I give it back to you because I don't want you having nothing over my head, bro.
And it shouldn't be that way.
It shouldn't. But I always, like you said, I think, like you said, my upbringing and the trauma I've been through is that, I've had people in the past give me stuff and then come back and go, I did A, B, and C for you. And so, okay, I knew not to ask you for nothing.
Exactly.
And then I guess I took that, like you said, from that traumatic event with that person. Yep.
It goes with everybody. Everybody get that same response.
But I've been with people that genuinely want to give out of their heart. Like, bro, I don't care about it. Here go $500. Right. Don't give it back. You good, bro. You straight. Right. I've done it to people too. Like, look, here go $200. I mean, I don't expect it back. I gave it out of my heart for love. Yeah. But I understand the rule. You give me $200. I'm gonna shoot you $250 back. Yeah. Off the cuff, because I don't know what you need that $200 for, but you showed love to me. But I'm not gonna lie. Right. I'm not gonna ask you unless I literally I'm at my last moment and you my last resort. Right. I'll go get a loan before I ask you for money, bro. That's the type of person I am.
But I think sometimes people know your situation and they expect you to come and ask for that money. You know what I'm saying? When you come and ask for that money, then it's like, we don't give my money back. It's like, but you already knew the situation. So why would you put a person in that type of situation when you know they need it?
But you think that you just did that with our community? Or
that's just on our community.
Yeah, you think, I think it's just like, because they love to say, I gave you that $200, but I could have spent it on something else.
Now, you got some people that just want to be above you. They want to stay above you. They want to always be on top of you.
Or have something over you.
Always have something
because they had nothing. Like, they see you shining.
Right. But then they want to come get it. They want to come get it when they start seeing you come up.
You feel me?
I need that back. Yeah. Oh, now you need it back.
But back then, it was like, you gave me off the cuff like it wasn't nothing.
Yeah. We see it in movies. We saw it in movies. Yeah. Where they see, you know what I'm saying, where one of the little homies struggling, mama ain't had nothing, dad ain't had nothing, man, take this little money.
Do you say this? I mean, not only just women, because they love to say this. I mean, a lot of black women are saying this, which I like. I'm saying now when they say, I'm not a strong black woman.
Okay.
I can be weak. I can be vulnerable at times.
Right.
But do you feel like being strong became a trap? Whether it's a strong black man or a strong black woman?
Yeah.
Like, you got to be tough. Like, for example, I'm really big. My nephew, he probably ain't going to like me saying this. But they love to say my youngest nephew, he's similar to me. Very emotional. He loves to have deep conversations and talk about it. Okay. But my middle nephew, he tough. He's strong. I'm handling on my own. I ain't got to talk about my feelings and all that. That's too mushy.
Right.
But I tell him, you're going to blow up like that, bro. You're going to blow up. But it's like, I kind of feel like...
It's to a degree, because when you're emotional, I think sometimes that's what women play on sometimes, I believe. You know what I'm saying? Because they
too emotional.
Yeah, because they want you to come down to their level. Once you come down to their level, then they can kind of talk to you like a female. And then if they want to get mad and loud and masculine, then you like, dang, hold on, I wasn't expecting that. And you like, well, what can I do to fix it? What can I do to fix it? Instead of just being like, nah, we ain't gonna do that.
Yeah.
You not gonna be fussing.
I think it goes both ways. I think, like, being like strong. Like, don't get me wrong, being strong, independent, or handling your business in the streets, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But being incapable of not being in tune with your emotions or yourself, like you said back then, a lot of people don't love themselves.
Right.
Like you said, a lot of people don't know how to not be strong, even with themselves. Not even so much to the world. I get you trying to put on this front, this shield, I know we deal with a lot of stuff. I'm black too, bro. We black. I understand. I always tell people all the time, we all live the same life. We got the similar stories, but we want to act like we different because we got different names or we got this and all this. I'm like, bro, I grew up with no mama and no daddy. You grew up with no mama. I've had black experiences that you had. Right. Like, it may be different. Yeah. In like the actual situation. Yeah. But then it's still... So I really think that even me, like, I think a lot of women, me personally, I think a lot of women, not even just black women, this strong, independent woman thing. Right. I think that's kind of going out of the window. Like, they want to be vulnerable. That's
definitely going out the window.
I mean, they want to be loved. They want to be wrong. I'm not saying they don't want to be independent, but they also want a man to be there and be strong for them or with them, not just by themselves.
I think that was something fake that they pushed on our community to separate us.
Facts.
Because of like, it was the time that the black men and black women, they worked together to strengthen each other. But as we started getting older, we started seeing the women empowerment groups. And then men getting left out of those groups.
I mean, they literally built, I talk about this with my Unrooted Truth series. Yeah. They literally built programs where when you get that food stamp, the man can't be in the house. Right. We'll give you $2,000 worth of food stamps.
Right. But see, the problem, and I talk about this with my wife all the time, the problem with that is that the issues that they have are with black men, but they have black sons. And so they raise their sons to be like them. So by the time they get older, they don't know how to take care of a woman because now the son is looking for a woman like their mom.
I want to reiterate on that too. Like my aunt, when I turned 16 years old, my auntie, I like to call it, she took me off the nipple. You got to get you a job. You grown now. You this, you that. So I'll even say this. I meet in the past, me and my boys talk about this all the time. We were just talking about this on the phone the other day. Yeah. How I told him that I see a lot of black men. Yeah. They don't know how to be independent by themselves. How to be. So they've been up on a woman. But the women teach their daughters though how to be independent. They put them in their kitchen. They make them go to work. They put them in school. They this. But when it comes to their son, don't worry about it. I got you. I'm gonna go clean up the room. You ain't gotta cook. I'm gonna cook. You ain't gotta clean up dishes. I clean up dishes. So they find a woman that can take care of them. And then whenever she not, they just jump around for that same woman. I said, bro, why don't you get your own spot? Bro, why don't you do your own thing? Right. I don't know. I mean, I met brothers that literally didn't know how to wash their clothes. Oh yeah. One of them. 100%. I had a sister teach me how to wash clothes, bro. That's it. My lady in Atlanta at the time taught me how to wash. Here, you separate the whites. Right. Cold water, bleach. I grew up in the house with my mom and my aunt. You should have taught me how to wash clothes.
Right. But it should have been a joint venture. It should have been father gonna teach you how to do this to be an independent man. Mom gonna teach you how to do this to be an independent man to be better for the women.
I think a lot of us, like even me, when we reach adulthood, like me, when I moved to Atlanta, real life got real. When I truly had to, look at my first bills, and I'm like, well, how do I got to pay this? I remember the one time I had more bills than money. Right. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, we all had that. You did.
I would say, like, I'm 19, though. I'm 19. I remember calling my auntie. I'm like, auntie, I paid my rent. I paid my water bill. I paid my car note. Yeah. But I ain't got no money for the lights. And she told me, welcome to real life, sweetie.
Hey.
And hung the phone up, bro. And I was
like that?
Because I was calling for money. She knew I ain't got nothing to give you, baby. I knew deep down inside she really didn't. Right. But I felt like, even this, when I know real life was real, because I called my homeboys too. After that, I was like, hey man, what's up, bro? I ain't got it, fam. I don't get paid for 2 weeks. That's what I'm saying. I ain't got it. I literally had to go pawn my video game, bro, to pay my rent. I mean, the light bill. Dang. Like you said, I wasn't prepared. Yeah.
We not preparing our kids. We not preparing them. I mean, I am. I'm telling my kids the truth. Hey, man, let me tell you, this is what it is. You hear me?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of us reach adulthood and we don't know how to be an adult or like handle our stuff.
Yeah, because we wasn't taught.
So speaking of that, let's talk about the community and rebuilding the village. Do you think we lost our village mindsets our grandparents had?
Yeah and no, because I would say yes because of the fact that everybody chasing the bag. Everybody trying to get the bag.
By themselves.
By themselves.
I don't need nobody. I
don't need nobody. I don't want no family. I don't need nobody.
You know,
when I get it, I'm going to look down and
like, exactly. I was finna get into that.
Figure out how you going to get it.
Like, have you not noticed that whenever we do get the bag or we do get the house or we
ain't
get this,
back.
all of a sudden, I can't help you, bro. I don't know how to do it no more.
Right.
Like, you know when people get on, they don't want to help other people get on. Right. They want to say, well, shit, I figured out you got to do it your damn self,
right.
Bro.
I mean, because we talk about, like, we talk about all the different families, like the Johnson family. We talk about all the what we call the higher up elite families. Exactly. But all of them are family and they're teaching their kids how to do this, that, and the third. The whole family is in the business.
All right, well, on that point, what is the one thing you wish that our community did different?
I wish that the mothers and the fathers will put their differences aside to come together to make sure that the next generation has a better outcome.
Uh-huh.
That's one thing that we do not do. Once the mother has a child, that is my child. And so now that this is my child, you're going to have to take care of everything within this household.
The way I wanted to.
Right.
Not the way you wanted to.
Right.
You ain't got no interjection or whatever.
Right.
Like for me, I kind of feel like the one thing I wish our community would do, including me, like in general, I would say grow intellectually. Yeah. Like for some odd reason, like even me, I've always been somewhat of an intellect person. Mm-hmm. And I've always helped my homeboys with math. I always help them. I help a lot of my homies graduate. They ain't gonna lie. They'll tell you the truth on that. But I feel like intellectually, as a black people, we're not in America or whatever, even all over globally, we're not growing intellectually in a sense.
Because I don't think we were ever, I ain't gonna say we were not intellectual people. We have always been in the books and in education. But I think we just got pulled away. Yeah, we didn't have access.
Well, we couldn't. Let's be real.
And we got pulled away from it.
I always try to tell people this all the time because they love to say this. That's why I'm saying this is the ignorance of our people in general. Yeah. This is the intellectual part when I bring it to it because they don't think about it. Right. When they say, they'll come to me and say, back in the day when the white man didn't let us read and write, they were scared because we was escaped because we were able to read maps. I said, no.
We already read. We didn't need the papers.
No. They didn't want us to read and write the policies and the laws that they were creating.
Exactly.
Around us.
Exactly.
That's the intellect part I want to bring it to.
Yeah.
We was going to escape whether woods. We know the jungle.
Figure it out.
We know this. We know how to eat off the land and everything. So escaping wasn't the issue.
Yeah.
Reading the laws and policies to this day right now was that they didn't want us reading and writing what they was creating.
Still is the issue. Still is the issue.
So
now it's starting to come out. Now all this stuff is starting to come out of who we are, who we truly are. Mm-hmm. All this old stuff. And now they're trying to find ways to dumb us down and try to eliminate what we think.
Well, we finna get in the truth and system. Real talk, no sugarcoating at all on this one.
Okay.
Do you really think that America wants us to win?
Talking about blacks?
North America, yeah.
Blacks?
Do you think the USA want black people to win?
No. I don't think so.
I mean, they still call it the White House.
They still call it the White House.
The White House. They could, if they really want to include it, as I always tell people, that they can make it red, white, and blue and call it the American House. Because you call us African-Americans.
Right. But we know
we're in America, right?
But we know that America is a system. That actually is not the name of the country.
Well, all right. Speaking of that, system, do you still think that we got, I personally don't think this, but do you think voting is still a power or just performance?
Performance.
I will say this. I understand we love to say, man, our people died, black people got to vote, we got to blow this, we got to get this person out, we got to do this. But I'm like, we never get any laws or regulations for us. Like,
but we don't even choose our president, though. The Electoral College do.
But we know this. I know what I'll say is this: because I watch every single debate. I actually went on YouTube and watched them from 1900s to now. Even the last debate, I noticed they never mentioned descendants of slaves, African American, black. They don't even mention like specific things specifically for our culture. So I really, honestly think that it's more like, I like that person. I like the way they talk. I like the way they dance. Like Obama. I'm gonna be real. He has, even to this day. I always tell people this, the Democratic Party, I call it a Democrat Party. They will never reach Obama numbers. Obama had 96% across the board.
Yeah,
I'm like, they will never get a candidate like him because people liked him. They like the way he looked. They like the way he dressed. But I tell people, name 5 things. I know he didn't do one, but name 5 things he did specifically for black people. We love. I said, I don't care if it's red or blue.
Yeah, he did nothing.
He did
more for the homosexual
or the other communities.
Or the other community than he did for the black community.
Well, I think I would tell people it don't matter if red or blue. Right. We're of the law specifically. I said I don't even care about what community or what, not knocking any community or what community you're from. You're still a part of the black community.
Right. But
whether you gay or you this, but we still don't get nothing.
But the first thing they're going to see is black before they see anything else.
Regardless of what you is.
Yeah, they're going to see that first. So you got to figure that piece out first.
Do you think that we depend on these systems that never include us too much?
Yeah, heck yeah. Hell yeah. Definitely do. Because of the fact, like even when it comes to the food stamps, the stipends that they give people to take care of themselves, we have seen and heard stories where they'll get a small percentage compared to the other community. They'll get a great big percentage, and they can take care of them, their family, and everybody for years, while we still from one check to the next, to the next, to the next.
So, what does real freedom look like to you?
Real freedom?
Real freedom for us, not just the fake TV stuff. Yeah. They showing all the movies and all that. They showing black people doing good, but it's like, man, I still go to my hood. We still struggling down there. So what does real freedom look like to you?
Access. Mm-hmm. You get access, that's real freedom. Mm-hmm. Access to things that you have not had access to before is real freedom. Being able to jump on a plane and you ain't got to sit in the back. You can sit in the front, back, middle, wherever you want to sit. Okay. You can go wherever you want to go, do what you want to do.
Let's talk about legacy in the future, man. What kind of mark you trying to leave?
Mark?
When it's all said and done, bro.
When it's all said and done, man, the mark that I'm trying to leave is realness and family. I mean, even me, I tell people, I'm going to keep dropping knowledge to the day I die. Right. I'm going to liberate every African mind or any mind I come across. Even starting with this. That's why I built this. I'm going to just educate them all. I don't care. I'm going to bring intellect back to the community on a global scale. I don't care. I'm going to educate. I'm going to uplift. I'm going to drop knowledge. I'm going to say black is beautiful everywhere, and I ain't going to let nobody stop me. And create your own community. Mm-hmm. Create your own community, and you better put in what you want in that community.
Yep. I mean, I'll say this. Do you think the next generation is ready? Or are we still cleaning up our own mess?
Sure. Are we really cleaning up our mess though?
I mean, I think we trying. I think you're trying to help clean up my system with Secreto Jardín juice. I think you're trying with your, let's get into that before we close. Let's talk about, your business and what you're trying to do. I think you're trying, me personally, like I've said this when I first met you, you're trying to heal the world.
Trying to heal the world, and we're trying to open our people's minds. People's minds are closed.
Like, we don't know nothing about drinking healthy juices.
No, we don't. We don't know what the benefits are of plants and juices or herbs.
Speaking of juice, let's talk about this juice that you got right here. I'm going to try to, show the camera a little bit. But, let's talk about this specific juice that you got right here.
Yeah, it's a $4 makeup.
All right. So what does this do?
So basically what it is a lot of vitamin C in this. A lot of vitamin C.
I'm going to pop it out right here. I don't care. I'm going to make drink.
Blood circulation, blood flow. Actually makes you feel better. And also,
I don't think I had this one before.
Yeah, that's the $4 makeup. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. But yeah, this is good for blood.
I support my brother, just so y'all know.
Yeah, he definitely does. And
he supported me with this. I appreciate you being here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think I want to, this right here. It's gonna be the last question I got for you. But if you could tell any young black kid, male or female, right now, one thing, what would it be?
Focus on the family. Focus on the family. Being authentically yourself. Don't try to be nobody else but yourself. I mean, you see all these celebrities, you see all these football players and people on TV, and we want to be like them. And we are learning that being like them can cause you to be not yourself. You're no longer yourself. So I would say be authentically you, be real, raw, and step out on faith and believe that you can do anything.
Hey, man, that's what it's about. Keeping it real, keeping it ours. And I appreciate you coming to Let's Talk Black Knowledge, man. Yeah, what's your tag? Where they can follow you at? Let the people know.
Man, you can find me on Forbidden Fruit or Secreto Jardín, Juice Bar on Instagram, DJ Cat on Facebook, and then DJ Cat on TikTok.
All right, you already know he also on the Black Knowledge app, guys. Download the app.
Yes, sir.
We on Google Play Store, Apple Play Store.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you coming, man.
Yeah, all day, man.
Let's talk Black Knowledge,
man. Appreciate you for having me. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned in. Black Knowledge, we out. You
We out of here.
Family, thank you for tuning in. If you believe in independent Black platforms and real information, subscribe to our YouTube channel right now and share this episode with one person who needs it. Then take the next step. Download the Black Knowledge app on the App Store or Google Play so you're connected directly to the movement. Follow us on Instagram at Official Black Knowledge and on Facebook, Black Knowledge. We'll see you in the next episode. Stay informed, stay empowered.